everyone from Bodrum. This is a joint broadcast by Go Türkiye and Tao Passport. Today, I'm going to welcome two guests, actually two experts living in Turkey. They're already in Bodrum. I will welcome them at Milas Bodrum Airport and take them to Tao Prime Class Lounge so that I can treat them some Turkish coffee, maybe some Turkish dessert, so that we can talk about their wonderful Turkian memories. Buckle up, it's coming up now. So here we are at Tao Prime Class Lounge at Milas Bodrum Airport. Today I have two wonderful guests. One of them is a half British, half Spanish, beautiful anchor woman. She worked for BBC, CNBC, Times, you name it. Now she works for TRT World. Dear Maria Ramos. And my other guest is a famous chef, a real gourmet, executive chef of Paper Moon, dear Giuseppe Pressani. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Teşekkürler.
It's so great to see you in Bodrum.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much for participating in our show.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure.
So you both have wonderful stories. You've been living in Turkey for a long time. So really, I cannot wait to hear your stories. And I would like to start with dear Giuseppe.
Okay.
You've been living in Turkey, as far as I know, since 1996. So what's your story, Giuseppe?
My story is I work for Paper Moon. I started to work for Paper Moon 1989. The first opening we do in New York. My job is just start up, and then when the places start to going, I move back to Milan. Because even in Milan, I have my business with my brothers. And they offered me to come to Turkey. In the beginning, I say, I don't know Turkey very well. You know, we say Mamali Turkey. It's like a joke in Italy, you know, it's arrived the Turkish people. By the way, I say the company, okay, I try, but I don't want to stay more than 6 months. She said, no, you need to make minimum 1 year. So, okay, let's do start to go there, and then we see what's going on. When I arrive in Turkey, I'm shocked. I don't expect Turkey like that, because in the TV, we see all the movie, all the, you know, reclam, and then we don't feel it's the really Turkey. And then I'm shocked, I'm lovely. Even I feel to be my house, because originally I'm from Napoli, south of Italy. And then there is a very close mentality, story, family. It's hot people, you know, it's like, this is what I'm feeling. That's why I started my experience in Turkey for 3 years. But after 3 years, I'll be back to Milano because one of my brothers that had a crash accident is being coma. That's why I asked the company, I'm so sorry, I need to move back to Milano because we have our business in Milano is, you know, it's in very difficult situation. And then I'll be back to Milano. I start to work in Milano in my restaurant. I be 2 daughters. But in the meantime, I miss Turkey. I miss Istanbul because I don't be just in Istanbul, but Cappadocia, Ankara, Izmir, Bodrum, Antalya. So many cities I see in Turkey. Then the Turkish company is a big company, is a holding, is a Akok Group. They offered me to work with them, and then I decided to left from Italian group, and then I start to work with the just for Turkish group. And this is my story. So now they passed more or less 25 years, 26 years. We opened also last year in Bodrum, in Loft. This year we still there. They open also Nobu. I know you know very well because the people, they pass everybody from here. And then we are so happy because also Bodrum is amazing. Also all the people from Istanbul, they move in Bodrum. We have all the guests, they have a house in Bodrum.
Yeah, we will come to the Bodrum topic, but first I would like to hear the most surprising thing that you have ever experienced when you arrived. Because you said you were very surprised and it has been over 25 years, but I would like to hear what was the most shocking thing, most surprising thing when you arrived.
My shock, it's a simple, you know, in the TV, in Italy, I see always the people's clothes, the lady is clothes, everybody's dressing black. So there is a whole, in that time, I remember there is a Tofaş car, you know, it's 40 years ago. My father, they have this car. So that's why when I arrive, I'm shocked. So it's totally different. It's like Europe. So very close, like London or city of Italy or French. So, but what I surprised, the Turkish mentality, Turkish people is so nice, so hospitality. This is like, it's so important, you know, because other country, if you walk and then you have, I remember one time I moved with a motorcycle from Istanbul to Izmir, and then it broke my motorcycle on the road. They stopped 4 or 5 people to say, hey guys, you need help, even if he doesn't speak English. And then it's very nice story. Even I want to say another things. My wife doesn't want to come in the beginning. Now she doesn't want to left. They want to live in Turkey. So she's so happy. Believe me, we fight. I say, listen, this is one day I think to be back to Italy. Say, no, if you won't go, I'm stay here. It's very interesting. This is what I surprised. You know, I don't expect. I live in New York, in Tel Aviv, in Moscow, in Japan, in Kuala Lumpur, in Doha, for open paper. But I don't feel the same what I feel in Turkey, in Istanbul. Istanbul is a magic country because one of the in the world there is in 2 continents. You know, this is so strange. The position of Istanbul, it's amazing. That's why, you know, even my assistant, my guys, my team, we moving to open the restaurant to make a startup, who come with me in that time for just for 6 months, 1 year. They left, but they be back because they miss Istanbul.
It's a big addiction, right?
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly. Even, you know, Kinali, he came just to make one, I remember they make a show with another chef, Stan Michelin. He came for cooking to make 1 week of a special kitchen. He left, but they said to us, hey, if you see some job for me, let me know, can I be back?
So speaking of Claudio Kinali, another Italian chef living in Turkey, I think Istanbul, Bodrum, Antalya, all these big cities are getting famous for other chefs from other countries to move to Turkey and work here. What do you think?
Yes, of course, but it's not just Claudio Kinali, the executive chef of Italy, but there is a lot of other chefs. They came. Just me, in the beginning when I arrived in Turkey, minimum I arrived at 20 guys, 20 chefs, because in that time, everybody's looking for Italian. In the beginning, in Istanbul, there is a many French restaurants, but later, when we arrived, there is just 1, 2 French restaurants. They start to open, they start to open Italian restaurant. Example, also Giovanni Terracciano is executive chef of what they say Sheraton and Le Méridien. Luigi Mariconda is working, another chef in hotel. So there is a lot, and then everybody can invite to them here. Even I invite to one famous, another chef famous, Antonio Lombardo. He is another executive chef. They work with me in New York in 1989. When I moved in Istanbul, and then the friend of my boss, they asked me, chef, can you find me the nicest chef like you from South Italy? And then I called this guy, Antonio Lombardi. He's worked with me in Papermo, New York. He moved into Turkey. they opened the first Armani Cafe. You remember Armani Cafe in Nishantishire? They make a big successful.
Of course.
All these, my colleague, they get married with Turkish lady and they have kids. I don't have a Turkish lady because I arrive when I'm married. But all my colleagues have a Turkish wife with the kids. And then it's very nice. It's like a family, like Italy, South Italy, because North is different than South. This is my, wow. I don't expect something like that from Turkey.
Wow. Giuseppe, you have wonderful stories, really. We can
many
talk
people,
hours
they
and
wanna
hours
write
and hours.
the book. They say
Yeah,
they want to write the
absolutely.
book, believe
Yeah.
me.
Please write the book.
Ah,
Write
there
the
is
book.
a
I will be the
chance.
first one who's going to buy.
Again, I give a present to you.
So, how about you, Maria? What's your story in Turkey?
Oh, well, I'm just so inspired by Giuseppe's story because I think we share so much passion. I'm obviously from a Spanish heritage, and I also love Istanbul. And like Giuseppe, my plan was 6 months, to come here for 6 months. I was in London and I got a job offer in Istanbul and I thought, okay, 6 months. I didn't know what to expect. I had lived in the Arab world for a long time and I had done stopovers in Istanbul before, but I didn't know. And I just thought, okay, 6 months. And it is now nearly 5 happy years later.
Wow.
And
Wow.
yeah, and I just think there is a magic to Istanbul. And when I travel, I miss Istanbul so much. And I think there needs to be a word, something to this longing when you're not there. It is, there's an energy there. There's a magical energy. I live very close to the Bosphorus. I'm very lucky. I work next to the Bosphorus as well. TRT World, we have a beautiful view there. And yeah, it's contagious.
Mm-hmm. So Maria, what was the most surprising thing when you arrived to Turkey?
The most surprising thing for me, I guess, was, there's so many things. I'll just say 2 things. The amount of street cats, which I ended up adopting, not all of them, just 2, because they just have a special character, these Istanbul cats. They look at you, you feed them and they come to you again. And anyway, this long story, me and my love for pets, street animals in Istanbul, but that was just magical to see how loving they are and how they're everywhere and people accept them and the way the community just looks after them. That was just so touching to see that humanity. Another thing for me, and this is to do with cooking, I get a lot of neighbors cooking for me. I have a Turkish grandmother that I adopted, she adopted me, we both adopted each other. And also lots of neighbors that cook for me. And you have to return the plates full.
That's a tradition.
That is so difficult for me. So and I don't cook, I don't have that much time, so I keep all the plates. And then I forget whose plates they are. And then that, for me, that tradition just, that's a challenge for me in Turkish culture. So
I think it's part of the Turkish hospitality.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Really want to take care of the others, even in the same neighborhood, not just at the hotels or the
Exactly.
restaurants, and not only in the house, but in the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
I have a small story because you remember me at this. Sometimes I travel a lot from Milano. I have my business. Even sometimes I'm going to check another paper around on the wall, like Doha. And my wife, sometimes she's busy. They go to visit my grandmother in Italy. And they stay just my daughter here, 17 years old. No, now 17, but before, the last 3-4 years, there is a 15, 14, 16. She doesn't have any problem because all the neighbors,
Yeah.
they keep her, they say, come to eat my house.
Yeah.
They send them meat, food, house.
Yeah.
It's so, that's why I say I'm shocked because I don't expect it, believe me. I see many countries, I'm living many countries, not just for holiday. I live 2 years in New York, 1 year I let you know, in Tokyo, in Tel Aviv. Okay, there is a nice something, but Turkey, they come inside.
Yeah. I think
That-
humanity, they
Yes,
still
humanity,
have
but
humanity.
even even the clima, even
Yeah.
the people, even the traffic, because in Istanbul it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Like in everywhere else in Europe.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is amazing. That's why what I said to you before, that I stopped with the motorcycle on the road in the
Yeah.
highway. The people, many people, they stop me. They say, "Hey guys, you need help." But in that
Yeah.
time, I call somebody. They come to pick
Yeah.
me up with a truck.
Yeah.
But this is nice. We lose in Europe of something like this. In Italy,
Exactly. I think that's what's lost, and that's what made me want to really stay here and fall in love with Istanbul and Turkey, because you know, I'm from a Spanish background, and we still have that. And I was born and raised in London, where, I mean, I love London, and I've lived in many places during my career. But I feel that here there is still that humanity, and it reminds me very much of Spain, that Mediterranean culture where people care to see, how are you okay? There's still that humanity.
Yeah. That's why we call it,
yeah.
you can feel home
Yeah.
when you're in Turkey.
Yeah.
Really.
even this is second family. When I say my guys, we are more or less 100 people in Paper Moon, all the stuff, kitchen, dining room, bartender, assistant, and then we have 80% of the staff that work with me more than 20 years.
Wow.
When we have a meeting, and there's somebody, you know, in every company, somebody they have some discussing for something. Say, hey guys, don't forget, we are family.
Yeah.
We spend more time with us in the job and not with our family.
Yeah.
So take care. If you have any problem, come to me. Can I resolve everything? And then he's so happy. When I left, after 3 years, 4 years, and then the people they hear, can I want to move, they cry because they don't want, can I leave?
Yeah.
This is something nice. So
Yeah.
even my guys, I love them. Everybody, even I give a chance to grow up. In the beginning, when I arrived, I have a sous chef with me. 1 year sous chef left, and the company, they tried to search another sous chef to support me because we were too much. I said, I don't need. I don't need a sous chef also foreign. It's so more expensive. Can I give a chance to my staff to grow up?
Yeah.
The assistant, they become cook. The cook, they become chef. So, and then for them, it's of course more money, more position, and then they love me. They love my mentality, my character, because I'm so quiet. Even when we are so busy, you know, important what I teach them to stay relaxed. Don't become panic, because otherwise you finish to make this job.
Of course.
Because a la carte, many people, it's so difficult.
Of course.
Other restaurant, there is a, you know, meze, it's you take from refrigerator, put on the table. Italian cuisine is a little bit different, you know.
Quite different,
Even the
quite
salad,
different.
you need to make express.
So Giuseppe, you have been to Turkey for a long time, and Maria, your work is all about talking and talking and talking, right? So my next question is about Turkish. So have you guys learned any Turkish words?
Of course, of course.
Of course. I don't speak Turkish because ben taş kafa, by the way. But in my sector, even if I need to talk with the guys about the food, about the table, maza, bardak, çatal, bıçak. So in that kind of my business, I know. But if we need to talk about the medicine, or if you talk about the movie or something else, I have a little. I understand, but I have a little problem to speak.
So what's your favorite word in Turkish then?
Aşkım.
Oh.
Canım.
My love,
Çiçek.
my sweetheart.
Exactly, because this is the one I love in Italy. And then, you know, when I call my daughter, Canım, believe me, even in Italy, I do this. Canım, aşkım, çiçek.
Çiçek, flower.
Çiçek, flower. So, fiorellino, çiçek, it's, you know, because I don't know, even my daughter, they say me, Papi, thanks, you bring me, you take us to Turkey. Because she's open, you know, I see the difference for my daughter and the cousin of my, you know, the nephew of the brothers, son and daughter. Who doesn't move from Italy or from another country, they stay in the same country. This is a little bit different than who are going to travel a lot in different countries, different culture, but not just for holiday. When I move, and then I move for minimum 1 year, 2 years, and then I'm enjoy with the family. And then, you know, in the beginning there is some problem, but later it's so easy in the life too.
And Maria?
My favorite word is, I love the word and the meaning of yakamoz, because I don't think we have this in other languages. Well, not that I speak every single language, but it's such a beautiful word, the reflection of the light on the sea. And then, of course, I have to use so much Turkish because my dog speaks Turkish, you know, so it's all the commands, gel, yat, bekle. So, yeah, I have to speak a lot of Turkish, but it's Tarzan gibi konuşuyorum. So it's survival Turkish.
I have one anecdote. Of, this is very, very important for me. My wife and my daughter, they make a tattoo, like here. I love Istanbul.
No way. Oh.
Plus, my daughter, that is 20 years old, last month we opened one new company in Italy. Her and another 2 cousins, three ladies, the same age. We have some project. That's why I say open the company and choose the name. You know which name she's choose? In Turkey, what do you call family?
Ayla.
Wow.
Aile and Co.
Oh,
Very impressive.
beautiful.
Can you believe? She's always, they do something, she's have a hard
Turkish.
mission.
So since we are in Bodrum, I would like to ask you first,
Yeah.
Maria, what do you feel about Bodrum? What does Bodrum mean to you?
So this is now, I think, my 4th time here. I first came to Bodrum to do the Bodrum Half Marathon
Wow.
before the pandemic. We started by the marina, and I hadn't really looked at the race course, the running course. But I remember it was over 10 hills. I was not expecting it to be that mountainous, but it was just absolutely beautiful. You're running there and you see such spectacular views. I came with my running team from Istanbul. I'm part of a running team in Bebek, and it was just lovely to, you know, just to do that together as a team. And I've been back again, and it's magical. It's lovely to be here. So I have a connection with my feet and also soul. So when you run somewhere, that's also a passion of mine in Turkey, to run everywhere. So
Even this morning, when I called you, you said you were running. I called her early in the morning. She said, Arda, I'm running right now.
Wow.
Can I call you back?
I love
Amazing.
running here. My favorite place to run in Türkiye is, of course, the Bosphorus. It's just beautiful, but you have to be there at 6 a.m. You know, when there's the sunrise and you just run. My favorite part is going towards Rumeli Hisarı, and it is just out of this world beautiful. So yeah, but you have to wake up early.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to attend Istanbul Marathon where you cross from one continent to another?
Absolutely. I've done it every year that I could, except during the pandemic. I have, I think, so many medals. Istanbul, actually half marathon, and then the other one, the 15-kilometer one. But I haven't done yet the full marathon. I have never done a full marathon yet. Maybe this year. Maybe this year could be the one I start with if I start training now. You've just given me an idea there, Arda. I could start.
Let's do it together.
Okay.
Promise.
This means serious training every day. Yeah.
It's a serious promise.
Okay.
So how about you, Giuseppe? What do you think and feel about Bodrum?
About Bodrum, it's whole long story about Bodrum, because I started to come in Bodrum when they opened the marina in Yelakavak, where they come a lot of foreign brands like Cipriani, Billionaire. But in that time, they come a lot of people from the part of the world. I meet a lot of people, they come to Bodrum. And then Bodrum is look like Sardinia. So there is some area, some coast, you know, every coast there is a special water, special beach, something. And then in this many years, so when I have a chance from Istanbul, even my wife, when we have also some holiday or when there is a Bayram, Ramazan, so this is the time when the school is closed, then we move everybody, we move here. Now I move up because we have a paper moon. But even for many years I came to Bodrum to have enjoy, because even I have many friends, they have a boat, they live here. The 80% of our guests from Istanbul, they have a house in Bodrum. And then many times they invite to me, they invite to enjoy, to have a dinner together, can everybody do something, even in the boat to make a brunch. And this is very nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you also cook for many different celebrities
Of
visiting
course.
Istanbul and Bodrum, because Bodrum is also a big destination for international celebrities, singers, movie artists, soccer players, right?
You know, last year, experience about the fourth year we opened Paper Moon in Bodrum. The people we make also, of course, the social media, our number, also our web page. The people, they call us, say, hey, where are you? We know Paper Moon in Bodrum, but we don't know the location. I say, what do you mean you don't know the location? No, which part of the Bodrum you stay? And then they say, okay, I send you the position. So we are between in Torba and Turbuku. It's loft, but they don't know this kind of bay, no, because there is too many bays.
Yeah, there are lots of hidden bays
Yes.
and many bays you can
Many
go by
bays.
car, even
Yes.
you can discover by boat.
Yeah, by boat there is a lot of guests. They come by boat from Mandarin, also from other hotel. Even I heard next to our bay, the bay of next, the construction Bulgari. They need to start to construct Bulgari hotel.
There are many international brands,
Yes.
hotels, restaurants. So basically,
Even
Bodrum is not just a destination for the tourists, for the big brands as well. It's a huge investment destination,
Yes.
actually.
yes, yeah, even from Canada, from California, say, hey, we want to come there, but we don't know where is the location.
So they're all aware of Bodrum. They're hearing these stories and they are seeing it on media and they all hearing from you guys. That's the most important thing.
Thank you.
Good.
So that's why it's really a popular destination. So speaking of Bodrum, I just want to remind you that in the north of the town, there is a beautiful small little town called Milas,
I know.
which is very famous for its own local olive oil, carpets, and many other different local products. So I should definitely suggest you to visit Milas as soon as possible.
Will do.
Thank you. I
So
know,
speaking of
Mila.
olive oil and all these, I would like to start with you, Maria, because we're gonna talk a lot with Giuseppe because he's a very famous
This is
chef.
his area,
I'm
yeah.
sure
Specialty.
he has a lot of things to say about Turkish cuisine. But Maria, let's start with you. What's your favorite item from Turkish cuisine?
You're going to laugh because it's so simple. Simit, I love. I know. I was addicted when I first arrived. I was eating about 2 or 3 a day. I don't know, I just love it. But then I love very simple food, home-cooked food that is made for me by neighbors, friends. Dolma, biberse? No, biberse dolma.
Biber dolması.
Biber dolması. I always get it wrong. Biber dolması, I love. I also really like, one of my neighbors is from Antakya and she makes me a kısır salad, but in her special way. I love that.
Yeah, Hatay is another destination in Turkey,
Yeah.
which is very famous for its local cuisine. It's a great choice, Maria.
That's my next destination. I really want to go to that area. So yeah, these 3 things really, but I enjoy everything. I love the fresh salads. I love just how delicious everything tastes. the watermelon in the summer, how seasonal everything is. But yeah, these three things are my favorite food.
How about the friends when they come to Istanbul or Bodrum? How do they react when they try Turkish cuisine items?
I mean, the big thing, of course, are the breakfasts. And I think you get addicted to them, but yeah, I mean, I love menemen. I love just Turkish breakfast is such a beautiful ritual.
Yeah.
And
Lots of items, right?
So much.
Fresh
so
jams,
much,
all the
so
fresh
much.
food, different cheeses. My God.
It's an art, I think. It really is. And even yesterday on the airplane from Madrid to Bodrum, I sat next to a Spanish lady who was coming to Istanbul for the first time. I told her, you must have the breakfast. And she'd never really heard about that, Turkish breakfast. I think other food items get a lot of promotion or they're better known, but not the breakfast.
To be honest with you, it's my favorite meal of the day, the breakfast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know what Giuseppe thinks. No, he doesn't like breakfast, no.
Even, but in Italian we don't have this
no.
culture to have this kind of breakfast in the morning. For us, we have lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
Breakfast is croissant, espresso, cappuccino, juice, or Portugal soup. It's enough. But when we arrive, we love, even my daughter, they cook also. She's make specialty of Turkey food. They make for me. Say, Papi, try this. They love it to cook, my daughter.
How about you, Giuseppe? What do you think about Turkish cuisine in general as a professional expert chef? And then I would like to hear about your favorite item.
Turkish cuisine is very tasting, very story, culture is inside. Like Italy. Italy, why is so famous about even the product? Because some product they come, olive oil come from Puglia, balsamic vinaigrette they come from Modena, something else they come from, even in Turkey.
Yes, we have many
There is
geographically
Yes,
indicated
exactly.
products. So some regions, Black
Exactly.
Sea, Mediterranean, Asian,
Exactly.
the eastern part, they all have their own geographically indicated products where we use at the restaurants actually. So that's very important. So it's all about having a local product and local food. So Giuseppe, how about your favorite Turkish cuisine item?
Many.
Long list.
Yes, long list. Because even I love kaymak. There is some dessert with pumpkins and kaymak.
Wow.
The dessert, even I forget the name.
Sütlaç.
Baklava.
Baklava.
Sütlaç.
I love sütlaç.
There is another one is crispy with the cheese inside.
Künefe.
Kunefe. I love that one
Kunefe.
too.
Also, my daughter, they teach me
Wow.
because she's grow up here. She's go to school here,
Yeah.
Say, Papi, try this, try that. Because generally when I go to eat in the Turkish restaurant, can I go to see, some fish, some meat, some, important dishes to understand something, even the competition, what's going on. But all these details that I learned from my daughter. And then I love a lot of fish, kalkan, the blue fish. Can you catch just in Turkey?
So by the way, Bodrum is also famous for its fish.
Of course. Even the people, they come from Italy, believe me, friend of mine, to come to eat kalkan.
Turbo.
Turbo, exactly. But I'm in Istanbul, in ex-British consulos, what is Letaria.
Pera, Beyoğlu.
Yeah, Pera, Beol, in that. And then we have also our fisherman, is the same fisherman for 26 years.
Wow.
From the father to son to nephew.
That's the wonderful thing about Istanbul,
the
right?
standard, yes.
We keep that heritage. We keep all those old
Yeah.
businesses in Istanbul, in all over Turkey actually. So when you go to Hatay, when you go to Gaziantep,
Tradition.
when you come to here, to Bodrum, you go and see those old-time providers, food providers, fishermen, all the vegetable people that they collect from their own garden. So that's a wonderful thing about it, I believe,
Wonderful.
right?
So, but we do, I say in Turkey, there is a lot of product, it's amazing. Example, pomegranate, it's a symbol of Turkey, what I heard about.
Nar, yes.
Nar. I make a risotto with that.
We need to try this.
Risotto
Yeah.
and touch of gorgonzola.
Wow.
Because it's a mix of tasting. It's gorgonzola is a big
That's my favorite risotto.
and
Yeah.
then nard that is a
Wow.
little bit sweet. It's a big, very nice combination. The taste is amazing.
Wow.
Even olive oil. The last 10 years, they make olive oil. It's like amazing. Tasting, nice, without acidity. And then for me, olive oil is the basil of the kitchen.
How about Turkish wine, Giuseppe?
The Turkish wine, it's in the last 10 years, they make a big jump because incredible, many years ago when I arrived in Turkey and then I start to try to find a wine for the restaurant, we go to a winery to make a tasting. We testing 6, 7, 8 different wine, but you don't flavor the difference. But now there is a big brand that wins something important in Europe.
So do you get inspired by Turkish cuisine when you create your own recipes?
Yes, of course. Even in my restaurant in Milano, I took some Turkish dishes to bring my house to my restaurant. I changed a little bit, some like, you know, little bit more light means I did change some.
Little touch,
A
little
little
twist.
touch, exactly. Example, Partisan puree. This is my favorite dishes. We do addiction with the tumbalık, tuna fresh.
Okay, with eggplant puree.
Yes, eggplant puree, but in Turkey they make a lot of garlic. I do in Italy less garlic, can addiction mint and parsley.
Nice.
And then I put some small potato inside to become a little bit more, you know, otherwise just eggplant is,
Too
Yeah.
loose.
yes, falling down, you know, to put like puree patates, potato puree, it's a little bit more strong. Example, other dishes like eggplant, we have also the same in Italy. That eggplant with they take off, they cook and they put the meat inside. with the
Melanzane, yeah.
melanzane.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
I love it.
How about pide? So Italy is famous for its pizza, but Turkey is famous for its pide.
Yes.
What do you think?
Even last year, can we make a pide also with some special guests?
Do you like it personally?
Yes. La Majun pide. My daughter, they love La Majun.
Me too.
No, but I told you, in Turkey, there is a lot of products, a lot of story, a lot of region they give, like Italy, exactly like Italian.
Yeah.
So even in Turkey, we have also many products from region to another region, they change. Even like wine, like vegetables. The vegetables can I find in Bodrum or in Antalya, south of Turkey. It's different the one we find in north of Turkey, example like Istanbul. You feel like a tomato, example. You take 2, 3 tomato from different, just with the flavor you understand where they come from.
Exactly.
Wow.
I think that's one of the most important thing about Turkish cuisine. We have geographically indicated products and also very old businesses. They still keep the same tradition in Istanbul, in many other cities of Turkey. You go there, the business is there for the last minimum 50 years. You can still buy it from the same seller, from the same farmer, from the same fisherman probably. So I think that's another good thing about Turkish cuisine.
Beautiful.
Speaking of Turkish cuisine, I would like to treat you some Turkish coffee. Please.
Thank you.
Here is our Turkish coffee in traditional Turkish
Teşekkür
coffee cups.
ederim.
Okay.
Thank you.
I love Turkish coffee. I drink at least like 3-4 times a day. Maria, do you like?
I love Turkish coffee, but I don't drink that much a day. I must admit, I'll be honest, in the morning, I start with a mocha, an Italian one, I know, but when I'm out, I will always have a Turkish coffee. It's just easier and faster for me. And I think because of my work, the stamina I need, I drink around a minimum per day, 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you, Giuseppe? You're the coffee expert.
I live with the coffee. For me, usually, normally can I drink more than 10, 15 coffee
Really?
per day, yes. But the espresso, even in the morning, when I use the mocha,
Yeah.
I have also espresso machine. But when I arrive in the restaurant, and then I start to prepare the menu, I call the guy, say, please, I have British coffee, because this is, I need to drink minimum 3-4 per day.
But also the presentation is so beautiful, and sometimes, you know, when it comes with a bit of lokum, the water, it's such an art. It's
design
beautiful,
of the-
exactly.
Look at this. It's a piece of art, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
This is art.
So we are in Bodrum, but I really want to hear about your other favorite destinations in Turkey. Maria, let's start with you.
So, of course, the Turkish Riviera is fantastic. Everywhere. Fethiye, the Uludeniz area is spectacular. And I just think driving along the coast is such a wonderful experience. Izmir, Çeşme, of course. Visiting the vineyards as well in Izmir. And of course, Cappadocia and the balloon ride. And somewhere that I really think is just wonderful is the Black Sea as well. I visited the Sumela Monastery, and also driving along the Black Sea and going to a part of Turkey that Turkey that I didn't imagine seeing, and that would be that beautiful Ayder, Rize. That was wonderful.
Lots of tea plantations as well.
Lots of tea plantations, and it's a very special place for me, Rize, because that's where I adopted a Kangal.
Oh, really?
Yes. I found a dog there, and I adopted him.
You still have it?
I still have that dog, yes. When I found him in Rize in Ayder, he was this big. He was very sick, he couldn't walk. And now, a year and a half later, he is this big and 45 kilos. So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm the owner of a Turkish dog. So, and he speaks Turkish, all his commands are in Turkish.
And
so
he's from Black Sea region
he's from the
originally.
Black Sea region. He is from Rize Ayder. So I have a very special connection to that part of the world, yeah.
So how about you, Giuseppe? Where is your favorite destination in
I
Turkey?
don't know many, but I travel a lot in Turkey. So I do all the south of coast. Now I miss up north. There is a lot of guys work with me. It's from Ordu. And then they want to invite me in Ordu. They say you need to see because there is a special mount to see. But even I have some friends, close friends, they invite me because, you know, my job is so difficult. It's not easy to move. And when we move, I prefer to come to Bodrum or Çeşme. You know, to travel like this, to go to see friends. When I'm alone, okay, but when I'm with family, I prefer to come to the sea to relax, because even all here we are under the stress. What's his name? No, Adana. Adana is, they say me, the Adana is look like Napoli. Mentality, city, the people. And then in Adana Sport, there is a trio of friend of mine. Montella, the coach. There is Mario Balotelli. It's, you know, I think he's a football player. And another guy is Gökhan Iller. He's a Turkish Switzerland. He's played Napoli for many years. We know each other very well. And always he say, come here, you want to open an Italian, Turkish restaurant.
So have you had a chance to go to Adana?
No, but I want to go very soon, because I heard many friends close friends. There's a lot of things, even the kitchen, cuisine. And then next, I want to visit also Mersin. I wanna try the cuisine, the food, because even this guy, what I talk about, they want to open a restaurant. He's lived in Italy for many years. They know the tasting in Napoli, especially. They say this is so similar city.
Yeah, Mersin is beautiful city as well, famous for its local cuisine too.
For-
Always sunny,
for the-
lots
okay.
of fruits, lots of
I
vegetables,
heard that is famous for
oranges, and
No,
all
but-
the citrus. Actually, all type of citrus are very famous in Mersin.
I don't know if you know, I have a friend of mine in Bodrum. There is a farm of tangerine. They opened a restaurant inside.
Wow.
It's amazing because it's full of these kind of fruits, tangerine. And then when you go in, you are shocked. Because you don't see the restaurant, but you see just a lot of plant of tangerine.
Yeah. Bodrum is famous for its tangerine and for local lime as well. So that's why I'm surprised, but not really surprised. But it's a really good initiative.
I'm surprised because even we have a friend that sent to us to Istanbul because we use here in Bodrum, plus we sent to Istanbul from Bodrum.
Wow.
So Maria, what does airport mean to you?
An airport is something so magical, especially now that we can travel again, finally. And it's freedom when you arrive and you just get that first impression of that new destination. And actually, I've been to Bodrum so many times, and one thing that I always remember about this airport is coming out and just seeing the nature and lots of birds, and just hearing that, the tweeting, the chirping of all the birds, and you just, wow, you get that first impression of beautiful, relaxing nature here in Bodrum. So yeah, and it's always been very smooth to travel here to Bodrum. I've traveled to the domestic terminal and to the international terminal at Bodrum Airport, so always very smooth. And yeah, it's fantastic to be able to travel again.
So how about the TAV Prime Class Lounge? How did you find it?
Beautiful. It is something that I didn't know was here, and it's done very beautifully with natural light, delicious food, and a very nice place to spend some time before traveling. So I love it. Fantastic.
So how about you, Giuseppe? You keep traveling a lot, you live in different countries, so what does airport mean to you?
For me, it's like my second house, like office, because even really before can I fly, I prefer to be there in airport 1-2 hours before, 3 hours before, because I want to relax, can I organize my documents, my menu, my email, it's a relax. Even special airport, there is also douche for if I want to change, if I want to make shave, if I want to, it's amazing. For me, it's, believe me, and paradise, especially because we have also something like where we are. There is also some testing, use some food. I love, by the way, is another product and I love Mejmek Chorba.
We just had it at the
You
lunch
know?
here. Yeah.
I love it.
Lentil soup.
I love
Lentil
that.
soup.
Yeah, we just had it at the lunch
Yes.
here at
Okay.
TAV Prime Class
I
Lounge.
do, before I come, I try thing. But this is, even the sandwich, even the water, anything you need, you have it behind.
I think besides the lunch, all the other services, including the fast track, buggies, and many other services are very important to busy people like us, right?
Yes, of course, especially the buggy. Sometimes, I prefer to fly without luggage, big luggage. I want to just take, small luggage, computer, and something else. Sometimes you have also, you need to pass for fast and the buggy, and these are all the commodity, because even we are always
Busy,
we are
busy,
running.
busy. Run, run, run.
Yes, exactly. Even to write email, because we don't work just in one place. Can we manage 2-3 places? Plus, I have my business in Italy. Plus, that's why our report, especially if you have some special card to make you not happy, more happy.
Absolutely.
Since you really enjoy TAO Prime Class Lounge, I would like to give a little gift of TAO passport cards to you. With this card, you can travel all around Turkey, but also in other countries as well, and use different launches of TAO passport.
Fantastic.
So you can take all the privileges of fast track, transportation, lunches and everything. So since you both love olive oils, I also have a little gift from Milas region. So these are organic, local Milas olive oil from the region.
This is very beautiful.
Yes. And also some olive as well.
Teşekkür ederim. Love it.
You can take out the olive jar as well. Next to it.
Oh, so beautifully done.
Some olive
These
from the
delicious.
region as
Really?
well.
From
Very
the-
famous.
From Milas.
All
100%.
organic from Milas too. I hope you will enjoy and remember us. So, dear Maria, dear Giuseppe, thank you very much for joining our show.
Rica
I really
ederim.
enjoy every single second of our conversation.
It's a pleasure for us,
Yeah,
for me,
absolutely.
especially, for your gift, for your hospitality.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And
Teşekkür
hopefully
ederim.
we
Thank
all
you.
together gonna go somewhere and have some nice lunch or dinner, all right?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. So that's all for the week. We will meet again with our new guest at Milas Bodrum Airport, TAO Prime Class Lounge. Please follow us on Go Türkiye and TAO Passport social media accounts. And don't forget to watch the other episodes of Love of Türkiye. See you soon.